I can tell you with certainty that after 18 years, it's over. It's over. Joran is no longer the suspect in my daughter's murder. In the course of his felony prosecution, here for extortion and wire fraud indictment, he gave a proffer in which he finally confessed that he killed.
Well, I've been having a lot of trouble. And I tell y'all on every video that I'm having trouble with StreamYard for some apparently reason. But back to what we were talking about, Joran. We're gonna get to it. 1 second. Let me fix it back up. Don't let it stop. Don't let it stop us over here. You know, we keep going and do what we gotta do. That was Beth Holloway. That was Natalee, mother. Yeah, that was her mother speaking in. And And Nellie was 18 when she went missing, and she was with Joran when she went missing. And nobody could understand that, where was she? And so they've been trying to get him to talk for the longest. But um like I said, she was 18 when she went missing. Now she's 36.
We just learned that we have a copy of that confession that Joran Vander Sloot to the full
script. She basically need him in the private area. That is when he
We're gonna try it again, y'all. This is the fourth time. Like I said, it's not my fault. It's StreamYard fault. Y'all need to tell me what I need to do. Anybody know what I really need to do? Because they done messed up out like 5 of my lives. Do anybody know what I need to do?
to the sentencing memorandum by the U.S. Attorney's Office. They said they would be filing this today, and basically it's a transcript of the FBI interview with Sloot about what happened to Natalee Holloway in May of 2005. Basically, after he tried to advance on her sexually, that according to his transcript, she basically need him in the private. That is true. Here, basic car, she was down, unconscious. He said, but up to about my knees into the ocean, and I push her off into the sea. I'm sorry, there's a lot of ahs. I'm trying to skip over here because it is a transcript of every word he said. It says, yeah, after that I get out, I walk home. And that's pretty much it. Yep, that's it.
Yeah.
So so after she refused his sexual advances, she basically kneed him in the crotch area is what it says in the statement in the transcription, and then he kicks her in the face, which he says knocked her unconscious. And while she was laying there unconscious, he found a cinder block and basically bludgeoned her to death with a cinder block, and then dragged her out into the ocean and pushed her body out into the ocean.
Wow.
So that's what the confession that he made to the FBI states.
Details that a lot of people never knew they would get, 18 years later since.
And like Sarah was mentioning earlier, Hannah, how can we believe this guy? He's a known liar. And even Natalee's mother, Beth, stated that. But he underwent a polygraph examination. He passed that. So according to the FBI standards, what he said was the truth. And I even heard Lloyd Peoples, the assistant U.S. attorney, the main prosecutor in this case, say this is the closest thing we'll get to the truth about what happened to her that you can imagine, based on additional investigation that was done by the FBI. On top of this interview, I believe they checked out a few other things. They went down to Aruba, I believe, to check out where he said things happened, and to verify the environment and the setting of the killing. And ultimately, I mean, where her body is, her body will never be found. It's 18 years ago. And if she, in fact, was pushed into the ocean, her body will never turn up. I mean, it's been 18 years. So.
And seeing this transcript, the confession here, not only just says a lot, but in what order do you think it might have happened with the FBI? Do you think they did the polygraph test first, or the confession first and then the polygraph to make sure that he wasn't lying given his past?
That I'm not sure. They didn't really relate that. I don't know if they interviewed him. I don't know if this statement was given during the polygraph test and they asked him these questions during the test, and they, looked at the equipment to see if in fact he had, risen, blood pressure levels. I don't know how that works.
Right.
My dad was an agent, but he never taught me how to, test somebody for lying. But basically, we don't know the exact order. I do get the feeling, and I haven't looked at every filing that was filed today because they filed a slew of attachments and arguments, the plea bargain, the sentencing memorandum. I haven't had a chance to look at all of them because they were just filed after the hearing ended or during the hearing itself. But I assume, obviously, they sent agents probably back down to Aruba. They've probably been there before a couple times, I would assume, over the years to confirm, where he said this happened.